us?
My name is Brinson, CEO, artist, God Chasers Entertainment out of Jacksonville, Florida. We are in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest Kingdom Experience 2016.
Yeah. The thing I do for Waito Radio, I like to ask people their introduction to Christian hip hop. So what was the first memory that you have, or artist that you ran across, or album that you bought? And what did you think about it?
I was super small, maybe before kindergarten, and my mom brought me a Stephen Wiley Bible Break cassette, and played it over and over. And the good thing about it, it was the rap Bible Break on one side, and on the other side of the cassette, it was the instrumental. So what happened was, me and my brother memorized the whole rap. I memorized the rap part, and then the part of Bible Break, Stephen Wiley rapped every book of the Bible. That's what the part my brother memorized. And then we would go to all of these churches and flip it over to the instrumental and do Stephen Wiley Bible Break. And it was like, how is this 4-year-old memorize this 5-minute rap? So, you know, I was at my grandma's church, other churches, I would do the rap. But another memory of Christian hip hop that really had an impact on me was I moved to Nashville to go to college at Belmont University, and I was not living for the Lord. And it was this guy. The first day I moved, I went to a place that I don't shop at anymore because it's demonic. It's a blue store. I don't shop there. Everybody know what I'm talking about. And I was coming out of the store, and this dude just rolled up on me. He was like, "Hey, I got CDs for sale." And this was a time when like No Limit was like big, and he was like, "They $10." I like, "Well, bro, I only got $5." He's like, "Well, I'll be stupid not to take it." So I got the CD, and there was this guy, white guy, who was on a tractor, like he was on the farm, but the tractor had rims on the cover, and he was all blinged out. I took it back to my apartment, put it in, and it was Christian rap, and I was like, he got me. And I'll never forget, his name is Kaylee. He's in Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a compilation album. And the thing about it was, every time I got in a tight jam, or on like a Sunday morning when that was happening, I'll put on a CD and, you know, just try to get closer to God by listening to this guy's CD. And I'll never forget that, man. And I think he still do Christian rap. I'm not pretty sure, but that was not my first introduction, but that was an introduction that had a huge impact on my life. So, Kaylee, shout out to you wherever you at, brother.
Yeah, and back to the Stephen Wiley one. So you're 4 years old. Were you into rap music then, or was your brother or your mom? Like, why would she get that for you?
My brother was like the hip hop official dude in Jacksonville. He would get all of the Run DMC mixtapes. He had Bad by LL Cool J before it came out. I don't know how he did it in big, when in the South the bass wars was really big back then when he was, you know, really into hip hop. So he would have these 8x10 speakers in the back of my pop's van, and he'll pull up on the dude, and he'll cut his bass up. The other dude cut his bass up, and he was listening to people like Jam Pony Express. Now that's super old school. So he was into it. So my mom knew he would be playing that, so she had to find something for me, because she didn't want me listening to Beastie Boys and DMC and cats like that. So yeah, it was one of those things where she wanted to give me something, because we was always in church, but she wanted my understanding to go towards the things of God.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever run across Wiley and get to tell him about that?
Some strange way. I think it was through you.
Yeah.
I think it was through you. You gave me his email, and I emailed him and told him about the impact that, you know, his music had on my life, and told him what I was doing. Told him about my albums, traveling, and I actually got to talk to him on the phone. I never met him in person, but I started following what he was doing. He opened 2 churches in Oklahoma and Tulsa. And I was in Tulsa one time. I didn't get to hook up with him, but it's one of my goals is to meet him in person and, just to shake his hand and love on him and tell him how much I appreciate the work he did in paving the way for cats like me and everybody in Christian hip hop. Because as far as I know, I think he's the first Christian rapper to do it to have a big distribution deal. And I performed at Crenshaw in LA, and they was reading my bio, and I got Stephen Wiley in my bio as my introduction to Christian rap. And then when they said his name, everybody started clapping and like, yeah. And I didn't know why till after I then found out he used to be the youth pastor at Crenshaw.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, well, that's dope, and that was just a good thing. Yeah, so I hope I get to meet him before it's all said and done. And
yeah.
I just high five him in heaven.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's my convertible mansion. Where you at?
Nice. And you talked about him like helping people to get to where you're at, and now you're doing the same with you're still rapping but doing a podcast. You've got a book about kind of how to build your music career. Tell me a little bit about that and why you wanted to get into those extra ventures.
Well, I've always been like a student of just music business, but I love ministry, and God Chasers is about souls, and I'm trying to do my part with my music as a tool for the Great Commission. And I started the God Chasers podcast. It's a weekly podcast, and it's really to encourage Christian hip hop artists, pastors, ministers, anybody with a heart for ministry, because it's hard work. And the reason I started, because when I started Christian hip hop, it was so much one division. I think I survived the Pharisee era of Christian hip hop, where it was just like theological debates over love, and if you didn't believe a certain thing, you were shunned. And like a lot of guys at the top of the game would never. It was only a select few they would pour information into on how to win and what it take to get booked for shows, and how to maneuver, how to try to, get your finances in order so you can do it full time. So with the podcast, I told myself I want to do for the guys that's coming up what they never did for me. I'm the rapper that still travels full time, and I don't have a cosign. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to get the cosign, and you don't have to. God got the cosign you. And with my book, 10 Things Every Christian Hip Hop Artist Should Know, I really dive into the business aspect of Christian hip hop, how to do things with difficult ministries, with difficult artists, how to promote. I talk about marketing, because that's what I went to school for, music business. So I kind of share that information with this book, and I got a free chapter out, and from the dialogue I've had with people who downloaded it, has helped. One of the chapters have helped people in their music ministry take them from leaps and bounds and things they never knew about promoting and stuff like that. So that's what I want. I mean, it's 1 million secular artists. We don't have that many Christian hip hop artists, but the ones that we do have, and that got a heart for people and want to see people's lives change, I think there should be tools out there to help them get to that platform. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a heart for people and want to see lives change, I really strongly suggest you download the book. And if you don't have money to get it, I got a free chapter out, it'll help. So I really want to help people, because I didn't get help. I had to have a lot of bumps and bruises. So
yeah. And how is it different doing podcasts versus being on stage and stuff?
I think the difference is people get to hear more of the heartbeat behind God Chasers. They get to hear my heart. They get to really get a grasp that this guy really don't have an agenda but to help people, and to really help the movement of Christian hip hop. Some people say they don't care about Christian hip hop. I do. I mean, it helped me in personal ways. It helped me get through hard times. The past 2 years I had maybe the most difficult times of my life. I went through strong depression, a lot of things, and it was this one album by this guy named D King in Gainesville. He's not a popular guy, but when you listen to his CD, he had a strong anointing and the Spirit of God on it, and it really broke a lot of things off of my life. So I know the impact that when you infuse the Word of God with hip hop and rap, the things and the truths of God, it enter your heart, and you get reminders, you get a review of God's love, and it just does something great. And anything you put with the truth of God is going to do great things in your life. So I care about it. I care about the movement of Christian hip hop. I care about the ministers, the guys who put it all on the line to do this ministry, because I know the sacrifices that it takes. It's hard work, and when people don't value you as an MC, as a minister, it's heartbreaking, and you just got to keep on going. So the podcast is to encourage people to keep going and don't stop.
Yeah, cool. And where can people find you online?
I am Brinson.com. You can find all my music, which is great, on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon. Please don't stream my music. If you support indie artists, go buy their music. Go to my site. It's good stuff. You can get your gotcha. It's a snapback. You know what I'm saying? It's on fleek. That's right. It's on fleek. I said it. So shout out to Sketch the Journalist doing this stuff. Wait, what's happening? You know what I'm saying?